It's TW Hawk. So what do we do when we're at our wits' end, when we are purposeless and valueless, and pretty much seems like nobody gives a flying about you? Yeah, I've got a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and perhaps I'll share it with all you before I... Just so it's out there and I have a record of all the things that I tried to do. Tried to be, tried to share, tried to support, encourage the world and others in all the ways that I know I can and are worthwhile. Yeah, that's kind of where I am. I just... my level of frustration and hitting a wall is it's like I'm speechless and just so disappointed in humanity in so many ways. There are great things about humanity too, of course, but wow. All right. I'm going to read from my How to Succeed on Purpose. This is my copy. It's marked up, but it says there's TW Hawk. That's me. And that is a clean copy, which you can get signed on the front cover or inside. I won't give you a marked up jacket. This says Truth's Proof. So I'm going through and just proofreading and making small changes throughout. Yeah. So, what happens when you feel like you just can't? Kind of how I feel now. I can't go left. I can't make any headway. I can't seem to find any channel for work or even potential for work that shows that I have any value of any consequence. Which is so weird. 25 years as a creative entrepreneur. Have a lot of skills, a lot of wisdom, in a very holistic and empowered way of sharing it, empowering for others. And I'm just eager to spread the love, actually. And I am just being shown the door, or just being shown a brick wall over and over. So it's so beyond me to even try and figure it out. So this is, one of the adages I've encountered or resolved in my years, which is you just got to let go and let life live you for a while. Stop living your life and let life live you. The universe will somehow figure it out because it's divinely and infinitely creative and abundant. I do believe that. I do have hope. But man, is it frustrating in the meantime. Very disheartening, enervating. I just don't know. Which is something to know. No, you don't know. That's another good one. Maybe I'll read that one as well. No, you don't. No, you don't. Sometimes the only thing you can know is that you don't know. But that is something to know. Let's say that again once I get the camera correct. There we go. A little bouncy. So I'm in a phase of I don't know, and I don't know is perfectly appropriate as a response to oneself, to others, to the universe. What do you want to do? I don't know. Where do you want to go? I don't know. Where do you see yourself going? I don't know. I don't know. And that is something to know. I don't know is something to know, interestingly. So declare it, own it, know that you don't know, because that is something to know. But right now we're going to read I can't yet. I can't MFing yet. What does that mean? I can't figure it out. I can't manage. I can't go on. I can't do this. I can't overcome. I can't bear with it. I can't see the path through. But there is hope. You just add a 3-letter word to the end of I can't, and you get I can't yet. I can't yet. And this chapter, this principle from How to Succeed on Purpose by yours truly, c'est moi, is called I Can't Yet. I can't yet. Whenever you say, I can't, you are asserting what is. Add a little yet, and you open the door to what can be. And yet, we rarely utilize yet. It's a powerful way to allow what's possible. So often we feel trapped, hemmed in, or forced into circumstances which arose from our own co-creation. There's the dreaded, I have to, the awful, I should, I really should, and the worrisome, I must. I must. I can't, however, is the other end of the spectrum and equally limiting. When I can't do something, it reinforces my current state of affairs. It asserts a limiting belief, though it may feel true at the moment. And boy, does it ever. But as we know, everything is subject to change, to evolve, to transform. So I can't today doesn't mean I can't tomorrow, or I can't forever. Whatever limits us now, be it time, resources, acumen, skill, education, knowledge, assistance, inspiration, knowing the path, searching the path, feeling the path, even knowing that there's a potential path, all of those things can and will be acquired if there is a desire to acquire it. So I can't is just a temporary expression of lack. So dismiss the lack. Embrace abundance. The resources are there, for I can. The universe has boundless creativity, infinite imagination, and limitless energy. There are reserves enough for you. Even if you can't imagine how it's possible, the possible can and has imagined you. I like that phrase. It's going to come back. Think about it again. I'm going to read it again. Even if you can't imagine how it's possible, the possible can and has already imagined you. You are an expression, a divine expression of what was once possible and now is an actual manifestation of possibility. So the possible has imagined you already and manifested you. So, even if you can't imagine what is possible, know that what is possible has already imagined you. Going on. I can't yet swings the door of possibility open. It allows in the radiant light of I will and ushers you into the field of pure potentiality that is, I am. I can't yet swings the door of possibility open, allows in the radiant light of I will, and ushers you into the field of pure potentiality that is, I am. I can't yet invites I will, and then creates the potential for I am. So when you say I can't, change that, modify it to I can't yet, which means evolves into I will and becomes I am. I can't run a marathon. I will run a marathon. I am running a marathon. And then you can look back and say, I have run. I did run a marathon. So I can't really results in I did it. From I can't to it's done. I can't do it, it's done. So this is just one step along the spectrum. So when you find yourself saying or thinking in limitation of I can't, change that to I can't yet. So recant I can't. Make it I can't yet. You can transform I can't you? So recant I can't. Make it I can't yet. You can transform I can't you? If I can transform I can't, you can transform I can't you? The truth serum is seem impossible? Say I can't yet. The possible has already imagined you. So what is impossible becomes the improbable, the unlikely, and the improbable becomes the possible, becomes the inevitable. So ultimately those things that we think can't be done move into a possibility of what can be done, and ultimately into something that inevitably will be done, things that are done, and things that have been done. So what's impossible becomes inevitable. Just by adding yet. I can't yet imagine the possibilities because they've already imagined you, sweetheart. I'm T.W. Hawk. Thanks for joining me for this principle of how to succeed on purpose. I can and will see you in the future.